Alright guys, so here we are looking at the Imperial Armored Marauder. This has 478 pieces. We're going to get a quick close-up here of the minifigures. So, not too familiar with this first character, but we have Grief, Karga, and then we have an artillery stormtrooper next to him. And then next to him we have two regular stormtroopers. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this artillery stormtrooper, personally. And I'm also looking forward to the two blast shooters here in the front and the back. I think that's really cool, how it has kind of blast shooters all over the place, basically. We're going to take a quick look at the back here. So, it looks like the turret that's up here, which is enlarged over here, is going to be able to hold a stormtrooper underneath, and it looks like that whole piece is going to swivel, so that's going to be pretty cool. And of course you can fire off the studs. And we have a hatch at the top here where you can see two stormtroopers, and then this other image is just the driver's seat, and we see a little panel right here. And I think it's kind of cool too how it has this little drop step right here, so I really like that detail. And then we have the artillery soldier with his little artillery shells right there. And yeah, pretty cool scenery. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up and quickly look through the bags and the booklet. So let's drop that down. So we're going to have a bag 1 right here. And we have a bag 2. We have a bag 3. And we have a bag 4. Alright, and we have the booklet right here. Pretty standard instruction manual. So I'm going to flip to the back here just to show the other sets that you can find as well with this year's model, which I believe this is a 2021 set, and these are all 2021 sets. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Alright guys, so now that we've taken a look at that, I'm going to go ahead and assemble this really quickly and come back and give my opinion and feedback about this little tank. So I will be back. Alright, so this is the extra pieces that I had left over in the set. And a bunch of these blaster, the green ones, a lot of those, so that's pretty nice. Alright, so we're going to start with these minifigures, so I'm just going to show them off quickly here. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. I just want to give you guys a all-around look on these guys. And this guy right here does not have a double face. Next up we have a regular stormtrooper. So we have two of these guys. One of them is a darker toned one, and the other is a woman, while the first one was a guy. So the same outfit and everything. Alright, and here we have the artillery guy. So he doesn't actually have a blaster, but he has his little artillery shell gun that I'm going to show off here in a bit. You have his backpack right there, and you have this clear piece that is holding the little improvised backpack or jetpack, and his little shoulder flap right there, little pad. And yeah, I really like how this minifigure looks. It's really nice, and it looks really premium, like a premium minifigure. So this is what his weapon is. So I guess you can just have him like stand right here, put one foot on there, and then kind of have his hand go out like he's controlling it. Alright, so now that we have all the extra pieces out of the way and all the minifigures situated, I want to get to the best part of this set, which is the actual vehicle or tank. Okay, so the biggest reason why I love this set is because there is so many little ports and areas that are movable. So let me just start off with this top area right here. Also, I'm going to put minifigures in here toward the end. First, I want to show off all the portions here you can play with. So yeah, the top piece opens up right there, so you can have a soldier sticking out right there. And you have this right here, which is like a little doorway area with a little step that you can have right there. And it's the same thing with the other side as well. So let me open that up. Same thing on this side. And also you have the front little hatch right here that opens up. You can see the little control. You can see the control system right there for the driver. And I'm going to leave that opened. And then we have this piece, which is a little flimsy. I kind of wish they would have used like the gear piece system or whatever, but it's alright. So this is not going to stay up on its own, so let's try to make it here we go. So yeah, you can see the two seats there for your minifigures to sit, and this back flap right here where you can put the driver of the turret, or the person that controls the turret in the back. You can have him seated there, which is really cool. And I actually thought that the turret rotated 360, but it actually just goes like probably not even 90 degrees, maybe like less than that. So this is the full rotation motion. If you try to go any more, it kind of wants to break. Okay, so I just fixed it because it popped out of place. So yeah, that is as far as it'll go in terms of rotation. And finally, we have the flaps over here that open up, which actually hold these little storage unit systems. You can actually put the extra stud shooters right here, or that's at least what I'm gonna do if I can fit them in there. Let's try to fit them in there right now. I guess one thing you can do is like kind of stick two of them together, put them up here, do that, and call it good. But then it doesn't really sit flush as much as you'd want it to. So let's try another way. Alright, so it looks like I was only able to fit one, which is kind of sad, but hey, at least you're able to put something in there. I actually don't know what these are meant for, but that's what I'm going to use them for. So I'm going to start closing these up since we already experienced what that's like. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to put a green little stud shooter right there. Put it in there and close it up. Alright, so let's move on. I really like these as well. It's a really cool like aesthetics. Just by the looks of it, you know, it looks really good. And I like how this the barrel actually goes through the gap right here, which I find really awesome. So this is really cool. Like that a lot. I like that a lot. For some reason, this one moves freely, and this other one, it kind of gets stuck like right here, so it doesn't move as freely. It might have been an error on my part. I'm not really sure. I just find it really weird how one of them moves freely while this one gets stuck like right here. Okay, I forgot to open up another hatch, which was this one right here. So it's still a part of the driver area, but yeah, I forgot to flip that up. So yeah, there are all the hatches open. Let's do this one too. This one, like, look how crazy that is. Pretty wild. Alright, now as you can tell in here, I put two stormtroopers in there. So yeah, it was kind of hard to fit the guy here in the back. This one was pretty easy to fit in there. But this one here in the back was a little trouble. And just because I went ahead and just put the artillery guy in here just to show him like in the little hallway area. Here's a view from the back. And yeah, I guess you can have another guy kind of sit down there in the middle. Instead of having him like that, since the position in which I have him in is kind of awkward and the door is not going to close at all. So yeah, it'd probably be better if you want to sit him down here in the middle. So I'm gonna have this guy in the driver's seat, so that's how that looks. And I'm gonna go ahead and close him up. And surprisingly, they have a lot of space for themselves in there, so that's pretty cool. Usually on especially smaller Lego sets, Lego Star Wars Lego sets, you can barely fit a minifigure with little to no space. Most of the time, no space around them. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised how there's a lot of spacing in this thing. Alright, I'm going to put the artillery guy up here just because on this other hatch. So that's how that looks. And I got a stormtrooper here in the gunner seat, so I'm going to go ahead and you can see as the turret rotates, the stormtrooper also rotates. So yeah, really cool, really fancy. And close that up like that, looking really nice. And yeah, you can just fire these things off, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Ricochet. And let's go ahead and fire off the ones here at the front. That one fell to the ground. And there you go. And on the bottom of this tank, we have all these little smooth pieces down here to kind of make it seem like it's hovering when it's on a flat surface. So yeah, pretty nice, and it'll go smoothly across the land. And I want to show these round pieces in action. So if you have it on a flat surface, you can see what I was talking about earlier. It kind of appears that it is like floating or hovering as it's supposed to. And yeah, alright guys, and that pretty much does it for this video. So this was on the Imperial armored Marauder, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Also, I just want to say that I have a Spotify playlist in the description below, along with some of my own music down there. It's all linked, so if you go down there, and it's pretty well organized as well. So, and yeah, that pretty much does it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.